I got a couple warnings for you. Number one, if you hate alcohol, don't think adults should be allowed to drink it, and wish that prohibition was back in action, don't watch this video. You're not gonna like it. 2. It is Saturday night. This is a light, fun, and easy video with me and my girlfriend. If you don't think you're gonna enjoy that, then don't watch this video. I don't think you're gonna like it. And then 3. Oh, warning. If you are offended by opinions that might not be yours, then you're about to get offended. Stay cool. Party dance time. I don't know. Okay. This is a Thor News presentation. Thor News presents. Alright. You ready? This show's for lovers of science. Is the he said, she said perspective on space whiskey. Do you want to read the article? Because I feel like if I'm reading an article to you, I'm mansplaining it. Or am I man reading it? I'm man reading it.
I don't know. I like the way your voice sounds, so you can read me anything.
Excellent. This is what space-aged whiskey tastes like.
Whiskey aged in space tastes like throat lozenges and rubbery smoke.
That sounds insulting.
What?
Like if I made some space whiskey and somebody was like, but I think your space whiskey tastes like throat lozenges and rubbery smoke, I'd be like, F you, buddy. Why don't you get back on your horse and carriage you rode in on and get the F out of space whiskey town?
Or you could always tell them to try to get their own whiskey aged in space.
Yeah, why don't you make some whiskey? Space whiskey critic guy.
I think it was the same people, though, that it was their whiskey. I think they were allowed to say it.
Oh. Well, I was just saying, the very first batch of space whiskey would have to be counted as a total success.
Yeah, for the principle of it being aged in space.
Yeah, getting your whiskey into space, having it age, and then getting it back to Earth and tasting it. That's fine whiskey. I would take a shot at whiskey.
Yeah, I would take a shot of that whiskey. Space whiskey.
I think we should take a shot of whiskey. Texas Jim Beam Bourbon. What is that, baby?
It's Jimmy Beam.
Yep. For the sake of this video, I'll have me a swig. Whiskey's like medicine for the soul. Woo! It's like drinking fire. Whiskey!
Yeah, it is the tree fire.
Alright, you gonna take one?
Shut up and go.
How was it?
It's good.
You're a good sport. Alright, now that we've taken a shot of whiskey, we got 2 articles to jump from. We have The Verge and Fortune magazine online.
Ardbeg Distillery sent samples of its whiskey to mature on the International Space Station. The results were a bit strange.
Did you know Ardbeg backwards is Gebdra?
I do now.
Who's the article by?
Lauren Grush,
And when did they buy it?
September 10th, 2015.
You can Twitter tweet her at Lauren Gush. G Rush. Oh, I see what she did there. It's a familiar origin story. An astronaut journeys into space for a routine exploratory mission. But something alien is lurking in the vacuum nearby. This unknown force messes with his chemical makeup, and when our hero returns to Earth, he seems different somehow. ... It happened to the members of the Fantastic Four. It happened to Johnny Depp in The Astronaut's Wife. And now it's happened to an even more beloved icon, whiskey. I'm a fan of whiskey. How do you feel about whiskey?
Yeah, I like whiskey.
Whiskey's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that should be enjoyed in moderation. Except for like once a year, you should drink way too much of it. Get shit-faced, cry, pass out, play guitar. But, you know, plan for that ahead of time. Like, I'm gonna stay here, I'm gonna sleep in my tent, backyard, or wherever, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta plan for those Viking soul-searching whiskey nights.
Plus, it's kind of cool because you can look at the stars all night, and the whiskey keeps you pretty warm.
Yeah. And I don't know if you can hear this in the background.
Yeah.
There are children playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're screaming, yeah.
No, if you give a group of adults enough whiskey, they can start to sound like those kids on a Saturday night, on a Friday night. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
This isn't a festive apartment complex.
Should we shut the window?
No,
Okay.
maybe later. But nah, they're already in. Yeah.
They're part of it.
This past week, 4 tasters at the Ardbeg Distillery in Islay, Scotland, drank samples of the whiskey that had aged for nearly 3 years aboard the International Space Station. They compared the samples to whiskey that had matured in similar way here on Earth. I read that sentence very funnily. They compared the samples to whiskey that they had matured in a similar way here on Earth. The team said the space samples were completely unlike anything they'd ever tasted before. It sounds like some marketing and some PR.
Yeah, except for I don't think it tasted good.
But it's whiskey. Whiskey never really tastes good. You know, I will say there are a lot of things in life that are really expensive and then totally not worth it. But I found that good whiskey, scotch, is usually worth it. Like if someone's gonna give you a good glass, good scotch, wow, it's way better than bad scotch. But it's space whiskey, man. Like, maybe got some magic space stuff in it. And so I'm gonna, like, take a shot of it just so I can get that magic space stuff buzz. Because I don't know if you know this, but when you drink alcohol, if you drink enough of it, you get a buzz.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
And there are two liquors that are magic. Whiskey and tequila. And they say Jägermeister has 7 of 9 derivatives of opium.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they say, but they might be in PR and marketing as well.
It sounds like it.
They compared the samples to whiskey that had matured in a similar... See what that one shot of whiskey did, kids? Whiskey can mess you up. One of the keys to being an adult is learning to control your drinking, and if you're in Colorado, you're smoking. You know what I'm saying? That is super key to learning how to enjoy life, enjoy being an adult, and not getting in too much trouble or making too many major mistakes. Okay, we're talking about serious stuff here. Space weather. It seems that the samples were completely unlike anything they'd ever tasted before. Have I already read that? Something about the space environment had a distinct effect on the alcoholic beverage. It was the most unusual tasting we'd ever done. That's what she said. Can I do those, or those gender specific offensive?
I don't know. I think people get offended over anything.
I agree. You're sweet. Stay on target.
And the target's over here.
Kissing intermission? This will be the first Thor News kissing intermission ever. In our Saturday night lovers late night matinee. You ready? This show's for lovers of science. Hell yeah. Okay, wait, what? Where were we? Okay, so I'm noting that from one shot of whiskey, My ability to read the screen has gone down. I'm being serious all. I'm like, where was I? Those sentences all run together. Wow, aren't words crazy? Letters crazier. That is true. That is true. Try what it is. My eyes get a little messed up when my blood goes from my head down. So I'm like, what? And then his eyes are like, as all the blood goes away. Why'd I go all blur? It was the most unusual tasting we'd ever done, said Dr. Bill Lumsden, head of distilling and whiskey creation at the Glenmorangie Company, told The Verge. I was amazed at how different the samples were. Lumsden hopes the test will help him learn more about the whiskey maturation process. But overall, he prefers his whiskey aged on Earth. The space whiskey had a much smokier quality, with flavors akin to cherries. Prunes, gross. Do you like prunes?
No.
No, maybe. I think I kind of do. I just remembered I like prunes. That's crazy. Raisins are good, though.
Mm-hmm.
They're like nature's candy.
Sure.
You know what's weird?
What?
Corn is also called nature's candy.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But if you combine raisins and corn, it's not necessarily that delicious.
No.
Like, they don't have a raisins and corn Coca-Cola flavor.
I'm sure. Give Lay's chips a little while, they'll make some.
I agree. Okay, wait. Ugh. Where were we? We were at raisins and cinnamon. Cherries, prunes, raisins, and cinnamon. Cherries, prunes, raisins, and cinnamon. He said, don't they ever let females talk? Man, why is it all dudes talking about space whiskey? Wouldn't it be better if women were talking about space whiskey? He noted that the whiskey's aftertaste, which is the taste after you've tasted the taste of whatever you tasted. He noted that the whiskey's aftertaste was pungent, intense, and long, with hints of wood, antiseptic lozenges, and rubbery smoke. This was in contrast to the earth-aged whiskey, which had richer flavors, more characteristic of whiskey drinks. He drank a vodka drink, he drank a whiskey drink. I get up and I get down. What? You know, I get up. The space whiskey had a strong flavor, but they were strange. Space whiskeys are strange. When you're a stranger, faces look ugly. Come out of the crowd. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Faces look ugly and you're down. When you're strange space whiskey. Oh, that reminds me. Take me to the next space whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Take me to the next space whiskey bar. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Heck yeah! I just kissed my co-host. That was fantastic. Okay.